Hey everybody, how you guys doing? Today I wanted to make a video about Israel travel and things that I liked when I visited Israel, and I think that people get the most enjoyment out of and the most fulfilling experience that they're gonna have when you go to Israel. So today, one of my favorite things that I love about Israel that everybody says when they go there is the food. Like, I gain like at least 5 or 10 pounds whenever I go to Israel. I'm just like eating, and it's true because there's so many like amazing markets and restaurants and local people giving you food. And when you go, for me, like, because I have family there that lives in Israel, they hosted us and we had like dinner at their house the last two times that I've gone, and it's just like there's just food. And so one thing that I recommend is go eat with different types of people as well. Go to Arab restaurants, go hang out and meet with some of the Palestinians and eat their food. If you can get into somebody's house in like either an Arab village, a Druze village, or if you're going to go to the West Bank, go to an Arab's house because they're going to give you the best food ever, and you're not going to, regret, eating the food there and meeting with people. They're very hospitable. They don't really care who you are, really. Like at the end of the day, like they don't really care. They're like, hey, you're humans, whatever. You're a human being. It doesn't matter if you're Jewish. Doesn't matter if you're Palestinian, Christian, whatever, anything. They will invite you in. They're very hospitable. I lived with people who were from the Middle East that were Arab, and they're some of the most nice, hospitable people ever. So just trust that. Go to the West Bank, eat with families there. If you have Israeli friends and family, go eat with them and get their mom or aunt or grandma or whoever to cook a meal for you because it's going to be amazing. Another thing that I liked about Israel was going to see ancient ruins. They're everywhere. Everything is a historic building. Everything is some sort of little something. And so go to the historical spots. Go to Masada. Go to the Roman ruins. Go to Caesarea or Caesarea, whatever you want to call it, in the north. They have amazing Roman ruins. The amphitheater, the Circus Maximus. Go see the ruins. There's so much of it. Go to an archaeological park. Go to the Davidson Archaeological Park, I think is amazing. I went there, I think, twice. I think the first time and the second time that I went to Israel, I went there. And it's sponsored by like a Detroit Jewish family, the William Davidson, the guy who used to own the Detroit Pistons before he passed away. He's a very famous, well known person. And it was cool to see somebody who's a Jewish Detroiter sponsor something that I really liked and was interested in when I went to Israel. And so I think, go check out the Davidson Archaeological Park when you're in Israel. When you're in Jerusalem, it's in Jerusalem, it's on the outskirts of Jerusalem. Go to the archaeological sites. If you don't know like what archaeological site to go see, go ask a friend, go talk to people who know what they're talking about. I have plenty of resources for that. Please comment in the section below if you're looking for resources. I can give you them. Okay, so another thing that I think that you should probably do is hit the beach. Israel is along the Mediterranean Sea. There also are beaches in the Kinneret or the Sea of Galilee. I absolutely love the Sea of Galilee. It's a nice freshwater abode. Um, Also, go to the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea is amazing. Go to the various like springs and streams. Go to the Jordan River. Go rafting on the Jordan River. It's kind of boring. It's not like the Colorado or any of the stuff that you do out west in the United States or in the Amazon or in Costa Rica. But it's still like a fun. Go to the Jordan River. If you're a Christian and you're visiting Israel, go get rebaptized in the Jordan River. It'll feel great. Go find bodies of water because it's hot and you're going to want to cool off. So go to the pool. Go do anything that involves water when you're in Israel. Another thing that I think that people should go do when they're in Israel is go to churches, synagogues, mosques. other houses of worship. If you can get into the Baha'i temple, get in the Baha'i temple in Haifa. No, most people don't go to the like actual gardens of the Baha'i temple because people in Israel are very wary about whatever with the Baha'is. They're weird. They're weird with the Baha'is. But go to the Baha'i temple if you can go there. Speaking of major cities, go to all the big cities. Go to Tzfat, go to Jerusalem, go to Tel Aviv, go to Caesarea, go to, if you want to go to Eilat, and where it's like kind of like Vegas, but it's like beachy, and there's dolphins there. Go to Eilat. Go to Tzfat is one, as I said earlier, is like a very like Jewish city, has a lot of Kabbalistic stuff and artists and religious people in the north. I really like it over there. Definitely a fun place to go visit. If you're gonna go to the main cities, I think the easiest city to get around in is Tel Aviv, despite how like modern and uh, you know new it is, and there's new construction. It's the easiest city to navigate by yourself. For me, that was like the easiest city to navigate in. Whenever I go to Jerusalem, I would always just get lost. But Tel Aviv was for me way easier because you could just go along the beach. And if you're gonna go south along the beach, you're probably gonna hit Yaffo or Jaffa. But if you go north along the beach, you're probably gonna be more towards the older like sections of Tel Aviv that are like probably 100 years old versus versus Yaffo, excuse me, that is much older, and there's like the flea market, and there's amazing shawarma places. The best shawarma places I think that I've ever been to have been in Jaffa or Yaffo, whatever you want to call it. So go to Jaffa. I think that's it. One of my other favorite places that we went to was Rosh Hanikra, which is in the north by Haifa. There's also Elijah's Cave. There's so much stuff to do there, but these are just some of the highlights that I think that will make your experience more fulfilling. For those of you who are worried about the language barrier, almost everybody speaks English. Jew and Arab alike, people speak English there. It's an international place that everybody goes, and English is the lingua franca, and so people are gonna talk to you in English, and they want to practice their English. So do not have to worry about the language barrier. It is helpful if you know numbers and in Hebrew and Arabic, which is, luckily I do know numbers in Hebrew and Arabic. So if you're in a shuk, if you're in any kind of situation where you're trying to buy things and it's like an open air flea market or whatever, you must bargain. Bargain, 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 bargain. That's just a part of the experience there. You gotta bargain. You gotta get it's easier if you know like the lower numbers, and it's because it's easier because you want to get the number down anyway. You want to get the price down anyway. So even if you know like so and so like shekel or like any kind of stuff like that, if you know the lower numbers, that's actually in your favor because you're gonna be paying less money. So also before you go, get the exchange rate. Always get the exchange rate. You're going to have to get another plug outlet. You're going to have to bring a water bottle. Depending on what time of year, if you're going in summer, you must have a water bottle. If you're going in winter or spring or fall, it's probably going to be hot. But if you're in summer, you probably will get heat stroke. So drink water. Drink more water than you normally would at any other time of the year in any other place, because otherwise you're going to be miserable. So these are just some of the things that I think that you should, take when you're going to Israel, especially if you're going in the summer. So I hope that you take these words you could take it with a grain of salt, whatever makes you feel the most comfortable. So thank you and have a great day.